Hey everybody, this is Benny here, and we have another amazing episode of the TokenBound Community Spotlight. Today we are highlighting an amazing team coming from China and Asia and also New Zealand. The team is called TiTiTi. So, love to hear a little bit more about yourself. Maybe we could start off with Freya and then Damon and then David, Irene. A little introduction of yourself and your background.
Hey Benny, thanks so much for having us here. Hello everyone. I'm Freya, the co-founder of TTT. I've been with TTT for a year and a half, handling all things related to product operations, market, and partnerships. I've been in the Web3 industry for almost 3 years. Before that, in Web2 era, I worked in the internet film industry, focusing on film marketing and collaborative marketing between films and brands. I helped promote films in the Chinese market. And I stumbled into the Web3 industry in middle 2021, joining a metaverse game project as the marketing lead. It was during the peak of NFT. Yeah, and it also around this time that I met Damon, David, and Irene. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for jumping on the call for an amazing background.
Thank you.
Damon, would you like to do an intro?
Yeah, sure.
Hi.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
Damon, and then we'll go David. Yeah.
You want?
Okay.
All
Xu
right.
Chengxun.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Benny. Thanks for having us here. My name is Damon. I'm the founder of TDT MT Research Labs. My English is not very well, so for the next, I will talk with you in Chinese, and my colleague Irene will help me with the translation. Yeah. 我开始中文介绍啊，我在 Web2的时候做的是影视行业，大概是到2019年的中下旬的时候开始接触到加密货币，那一年是我第一次购买以太坊，然后后来就跟朋友进行一些DeFi 的挖矿，直到2019年2020年末的时候，我是正式进入加密行业工作。我的第一份工作是在一个预言机的项目，做产品运营。后来跟朋友一起，创办了一个区块链的科普论坛。然后再后来是到IMT 爆火之后，进入了一个元宇宙游戏项目做产品经理，然后负责整个产品的规划和经济模型的设计。直到2022年的这个中下旬，我开始做 TTT 这个项目，然后一直到现在。然后 TT 的这个名字的由来是最开始我们3个创始人做的这个项目，然后那个 TTT 就是223和322的3个首字母的 T，就是 Web2 到 Web3 和 Web3 到 Web2 这个 T， 然后 I 呢就是有点像人的感觉，所以3个创始人就叫 TTT， 这个名字是这么由来的。对，然后后来是，我们现在已经上了2款产品，然后是在做二创产品的时候，认识到了这个 ERC-6551，然后开始做更多跟651相关的事情，然后去拓展，然后这就是我的一个个人的一个经历啊。
Wow, lots of information. Okay. So what Damon just said, like he got into the crypto industry and made his first ETH purchase back in 2019 while he was actually a singer and an actor in China. That's no wonder he looks so handsome. So he got very interested in DeFi back then and started off by do some mining stuff with his friends. And around the end of 2020 he actually quitted his job and officially joined the crypto industry. So back then he was in the producting team for an Oracle project, and then he also founded a blockchain forum in China for Chinese crypto users, and he then joined a metaverse GameFi project also during the same year. That's how also me and Freya and the team met. back then. And then so he was in the company for 18 months. So he also mentioned why, and he called our project TTT. So and I believe he said that's because and he made the name is because from the English character 223. That's the initial T T T, right? Was it? Is it how? Freya, can you help me with it? Because
Yes, like at the beginning, we want to like bring more Web2 users to Web3. So it's like
Oh,
two
I
two
see.
three. Yeah,
Okay,
three two
I
two.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I see. It's
And
like
for
Web 2
two,
to Web 3, but it's
Web3.
2. Okay. I thought it was the number 223, and I was like, okay.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That's why. That's why I asked Freya to help me out because I
got
currently
it.
just joined the team.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
also like we have like 3 founders. So like
Oh,
the character I it seems like the little people. So we have like 3 founders. So
oh,
so
wow.
yeah, that
Sounds good.
Amazing. That's incredible. Yeah, thanks, Damon. I have so many questions about your acting career and your performance. We might even go down there a little bit, but that's incredible. I think you guys are really creative with the name. I mean, David, that you come from Silicon Valley. I mean, I'm sure, like in all forms of naming convention for a startup, I never seen such a creative way of doing it, right? So that's really cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's very interesting name.
awesome. So, David, how about you do a quick introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I started working on machine learning, computer vision, and training neural networks for hand gesture and for AR VR applications. So after that, I kind of started involved with Web3, since we build a play table product, which is a giant tablet that allows several uh, people to play desktop games together. From that, we think we can mint game pieces as NFTs. And my most recent focus is large language model and its application in blockchain. That's I serve as a AI consultant for the team for this wonderful startup.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the episode, David, and that's amazing. I didn't know you were involved with Playtable. Yeah, I've seen it in the early days and all that. That's awesome.
You did.
Irene?
Wow.
Yes, yeah,
It's a small
incredible.
world.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
100%. Perfect. Irene, would you like to do a quick intro?
Yeah, sure. I will make it very shortly. So, hi, Danny. Hi, everyone. My name is Irene. So I'm in the BD team now. I just recently joined the team not long ago. So at the beginning of this year. So the way how I got into the games Web3 industry was back then 2021 was it? Back to 2021, because of my family issue, I had to leave New Zealand and came back to Shanghai. That's how and I got a phone call from the recruiter. He was asking, "Oh, you got a relevant working experience overseas and the marketing background?" Because back in New Zealand, I was a saleswoman. So, and then he was like, "Are you interested in metaverse?" I was like, "Oh, what is metaverse?" So that's basically how I got into this industry, and that's how I met Freya Damon. So yeah, and now I'm like super crypto excited. Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. That's amazing. And I'm gonna dig deeper in the founding story here a little bit before we move into the product. So yeah, how did you guys, Freya and Damon, and maybe even David, like how did you guys all meet each other? When did you start this company, and then when did you, like, were you friends before, or you met online, or you met at an event? Like, love to hear more about that.
Okay. I will let Damon to introduce about little more first. 学成，你可以讲一下，就是我们是就是比如说我们是怎么认识的，然后包括你是什么时候就是想要做 TTT 这个项目的。
OK，我们是之前在一起为一个元宇宙游戏项目那公司一起做事情，然后认识的。然后我当时是负责整个产品的规划和渐进模型的设计，所以大家一起在配合工作的时候是非常有默契的。然后后面我就自己做项目的时候，把我自己的很多想法跟大家同步，然后开始慢慢的去探索我们自己的一个项目。
Yeah. So we met each other from a same metaverse GameFi project, and David was our CDO back then, and Freya was the marketing head, and Damon was in the product team, and he was in charge of the product development, the business model, and all kind of that. That's how we met each other. Yeah, and then during working with each other, and then he found that he found a lot of interesting stuff about NFT, and also he has his own ideas, and he wanted to kick off his own project, and that's how he founded TTT.
Wow, incredible. I think it's always amazing that, people meet each other at, I met a lot of my best friends and also team members at Dapper Labs. That's where I came from. So really good, really amazing to hear that. And um, David, I have a question for you. David, so you were based on that, you were the CTO of that company, and that's where you kind of met Freya and Damon. You know, what was I'd love to hear your perspective on GameFi in Asia or in China, or just in general. What was like the big learning from that period when you were the CTO of that company in general?
Well, it was a great experience. At that time, we kind of amazed how blockchain game just took off, and it kind of took everybody by surprise. We didn't anticipate it's gonna be such huge impact on blockchain world. Most of the people at that time, I think, they're more focused on exchange and finance, definance, well, in that risk aspect, but the gaming just took off. That's wonderful.
Amazing. And passing it back to Damon or Freya, what's your perspective on GameFi? Obviously, we've went through different evolutions, right? From CryptoKitties breeding to Axie Infinity, and then there's like a new generation of GameFi projects as well. Sometimes they look more like DeFi apps with characters inside of them. So love to hear like what's your perspective of GameFi in the future? Like what gets you excited? What gets you really looking forward to that opportunity?
Okay. I will share my perspective first, and then Damon will share his perspective about that. Okay, for me, I think for the future games, we talk about more the topic we talk about today, more related to AI and AI NPCs, right? So I think for the future GameFi gamings product must use AI plus ERC 6551 to make the game environment more interesting and more composable for users. and like before, like all the GameFi, like they more like DeFi, like mining and selling, and not so like playable. I think like the next generation of the GameFi is more playable and more fun, more like you can interact with NPCs, and you can get like like tasks or rewards from NPC, and NPCs can communicate with each others. So and and there's more like surprise waiting for users to explore. That's what I think about like next generation about Web3 gamings. Yeah. 薛成，你可以讲一下，就是你对就是未来就是Web3的游戏的一个看法是什么？就是未来的Web3游戏，你认为会是什么样的？然后我刚大概描述了一下，就是可能会结合 AI agent，然后包括就是NFT 去使用651去结合这一块，然后你可以大概分享一下你的看法。
OK，我认为GameFi 的最早的那个挖矿时期，那个 Play to Earn 的时代应该已经过去了，就是纯粹的一个挖矿模型，可能不太能够引起现在的一个游戏热情。然后我认为后续的可能会分2大类，一个是会继续延续之前的 Play to Earn 的模型，然后可能会在经济模型的设计上会更加的好玩，然后博弈的方式会更多一点。另一类呢，可能是叫 Web3 Game， 就不能叫那个 GameFi。那个 Web3 Game 呢，可能就是会偏大型一点，然后会让这个游戏的这个游戏性，会更加的好玩一些，把弱化它的一个打金的一个效应，会增强它的这个游戏的玩法。那么增强游戏性可能会从这个 AI 的结合上，或者是VR 等等一些新的科技领域跟那个 blockchain 的一个结合，去突破。对，然后还有一种东西就是全链游戏。我们看到就是 ERC-6551对全链游戏，我认为是非常适合去做这种结合的。它能够这种拓展性，它能够让这个全链游戏的发展更加的透明，然后让每一个属性和这个道具啊、武器啊、这个金币等等都能更好的跟这个游戏本身这个角色进行一个结合。对，这是我对这个 game 未来市场的一个看法。
All right, cool. So I will just lot of stuff. So Damon just mentioned back to the you just mentioned like Axie Infinity back then. That was the peak period of the GameFi, but he believed it's already the past. So back then we all believe play to earn. Everyone was crazy about it and trying to earn things from the GameFi project. But he believed what was the most important thing about the GameFi is you have to have a very excellent business model to support the whole project itself. You have to make the players, the users because it's in crypto. The users wants to gain profits from it, so you have to have a really strong business model to support. And he also mentioned, like with the ERC 6551, the brilliant stuff about it is you can combine the games, the tools you earn from the game itself with your NFT itself, and try to make it more compatible and user friendly. And that's also how he believed that ERC 6551 will bring the whole NFT industry into a brand new stage. Yeah.
Incredible. That's awesome. Thanks for the insight. Before we jump into what TTT is all about, one last question that I have for David. So, David, since you are the advisor on the AI side of LLMs and all of that, what's your perspective in all of this? Obviously, there's a boom in the AI side. with ChatGPT and several other companies. How do you kind of see this connecting with the Web3 side? Love to hear your thoughts.
Yes, sure. Since large language model, as we know, ChatGPT, it has a very strong capability understanding human language, the natural language, and it has reasoning capabilities, and that helps people. There are several things. First, it understands people's language, the commands, and it can turn that into action, which is essentially AI agent we're talking about. And blockchain is such complicated, based on complicated technology, and it has a barrier for others to use it to trade. Um, so we're hoping using LLM, we can people don't need to know anything about. I mean, don't need to know much about blockchain, and they can just use natural language to command the AI agent to finish a particular task for it, such as conduct trading and doing research and predict the trend of a particular cryptocurrency, for example. Of course, there could be many other applications which we are exploring. We are taking advantage of the capability of a large language model. So we believe combining blockchain and AI together is going to bring the blockchain world to everybody else.
Awesome. That's it. As you were explaining that, David, I think some things that popped in my mind is like I never actually thought about it as a better onboarding experience because, you know, in the last several years, I'm sure when Damon bought his first ETH, you know, it's not easy, right? You have to create an account, and sometimes you gotta KYC and give identification, and but maybe what we're imagining is, in this world of NPCs, that a human may just kind of put in the commands in simple language and be able to purchase the assets, right? That's really interesting. So this is a perfect segue into what is TTT. Love to hear more about, you know, what is the, you know, the company behind or the project, and an overview. I'll pass it over to you guys to explain what TTT is.
OK，市场你可以大概介绍一下我们整个 TTT 这一块，TTT 是什么，然后包括就是我们的一些产品。
OK，我们整个项目创建了大概有1年半的时间，整个发展过程中一直在调整我们的方向，我们是属于那种边做边去完善的一个团队。现在我们项目的整体方向我简单介绍一下。现在 TTT 是专注于在 ERC-65生态的IMT Research Labs， 然后我们团队现在主要就是要扎根在这个ERC-65的生态去研究和推动ERC-65加 AI 游戏创作者经济底层 RWA 等赛道的这个结合上，然后去扩大这个ERC-65的使用范围和这个用户基数。我们最终是想成为ERC-65生态的这个引领者。那现在我们有3款产品在筹备，然后第一个是VA IMT Wallet， 就是一个基于ERC-65的 IMT 智能合约钱包，就是用户可以把自己的 IMT 变成一个 TBA， 并且能够行使 TBA 的功能。这个产品已经上线了。然后第二个 TiTiTi 呢是一个 TBA 账户的一个交易平台和这个ERC-65生态的 Launchpad 平台。这个项目在筹备当中。然后第3个这个产品是TI Station， 是一个基于ERC-65的IMT IP 二创平台。那这个产品呢，我们已经上线了第1个版本， 然后第二个版本呢将结合ERC-65五，然后和 AI，第二个版本也在筹备当中这是目前我们整个 TiTiTi 的一个基本的一个情况。
Yeah, so it's been 18 months already for us to launch this project. So at the very beginning, TTT was focusing actually on the creator economy and on the recreation. But then we all know that NFT went quiet for quite a bit, so we found it's really hard. So and that's how when Damon founded this ERC 6551 protocol and found it very interesting. So he adjusted the direction of the project, and that's how. So now TTT is actually an NFT research lab focused on the ERC 6551 ecosystem. So the product includes the VA, which is a NFT wallet. So also we want to make it a gateway to the ERC 6551 ecosystem. And the second product is the T Station. So, which I mentioned earlier, is actually a creative platform for NFT IP recreation. And also there is another product called TX. So we want to make it a premier platform for trading and launching the assets on ERC 6551. So TTT also is inspired to be the uniset of the ERC 6551 ecosystem, wanting to drive the protocol to the widespread recognition and adoption. So want to make it the user base wildly, so try to attract more users to the protocol. That's why we also reached out to you, to the official team. I wanted to see how we can collaborate with each other.
Incredible. Wow. 18 months and you've done so much already, from NFT wallet to the T Station, NFT IP recreation, and the TX platform. And so with that in mind, I think there's a video of an NFT game. Freya, do you want to go over the slide that you have, or do you want to show the video? I always say for the community, visuals will always help a lot in kind of understanding more about the project.
True thing.
I think we can show this video like later, because this video including in our 6551 incentive program. So after we introduce our incentive program, we can like take this video.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good. Do you want to talk a little bit about the incentive program?
Yes. Yeah. I will like share my screen to introduce our ERC 6551 incentive program.
Awesome.
Okay, wait a moment.
And while we wait for that, oh, perfect. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So our 6551 incentive program's first season have like 4 phases. The first phase rewards accounts that have already deployed ERC 6551 with a retrospective point award. This phase supports Ethereum and Polygon. And the second phase rewards new users who deploy their NFTs at TBAs, offering more lottery chances for deploying more NFTs. The third phase rewards users who interact with our contracts using their TBA accounts. If they mint one of our free mint NFTs using their TBA accounts, they also will get points and lottery chances. Both second and third phases support Ethereum and Layer 2. And the fourth phase allow users holding our TTT NFT to participate in more incentive games. The point and lottery chances like weightings are like Ethereum blue chip NFTs, Ethereum NFTs, Layer 2 NFTs. And our lottery pool includes various points, discount cards for TiTiTi NFTs, and free mint cards. The most exciting part of our season-long event, apart from the point reward, are the 3 hidden Easter egg NFT project lotteries. Those projects are ERC 6551 integrated AI NPC project, and a composable mini game, and our comic universe projects. We've integrated those projects' NFT discount and free mint cards into our first season's incentive program. And as the teaser, one of our Easter egg projects is a composable mini game named Playable NFT. Users who own the NFT can play the game, associate with it. By the way, this project development by David.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah, so we can share the video right now
Sweet.
to say
Actually,
how.
I had a few questions about the incentive program. I think it's
Oh,
really smart and genius that you know, like you're targeting existing NFTs. I think one of the most amazing things with TBAs is that they're linked to every NFT across EVM. So I think it's really smart that you guys are thinking about points because points have been around for a while, but over the last few months with Rainbow Points and several other projects, even on Farcaster, it makes a lot of sense to kind of deploy a way to earn points and then kind of like including them into your ecosystem. So I guess the question for you guys is, when does this incentive program start? Do you have a timeline, or has it already started?
we already published the announcement of
Hmm.
this incentive program, but it's not really start.
Hmm.
I think we will start it in the after the middle of February. But right now we already started to promote this program, and we also invited some NFT communities and
Hmm.
NFT projects to join our guardians organization, because we set up a NFT guardians organization.
Hmm.
We invite all the some NFT projects to join this organization to help us to promote this incentive program to
Hmm.
explore user base of ERC 6551. Yeah.
Amazing. And do you see that this a question for you guys is the focus on is there a regional focus here, or is it global focus? Is there like a focus on the Chinese community to kind of learn about the standard and engage, or are you targeting any project around the world?
The global every NFT project, every users I think every Web3 users, they all have an NFT, so
Hmm,
our target users is them. Yeah.
got it. Makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Perfect. Well, thanks for sharing that, Freya. I could load up the video if you
uh,
pause the
okay.
screen share there.
Okay.
Yeah, and this video, I had a chance to watch it beforehand, and I was like, wow, this is really, really cool. All right. And feel free to narrate on top if you want to explain. But
This is playable NFT. But this version is not bound to ERC 6551. So it's like the normal one. Users can like buy this NFT, and if the users own this NFT, the users can click the NFT and play the inside game, and they get a score and rewards from the mini game. Those points and tokens associate to this NFT. If I sell this NFT to you, then Benny, you play this NFT, you can say like the history of the score or the points I earned before. Yes,
Incredible.
so we are planning to integrate each NFT with ERC 6551, turning them into like token bound accounts. The badges and the tokens earned from our mini games will be bound directly to those NFTs. And additional, we will be like incorporating the ERC 5169 protocol, embedding the game's code within the NFT itself. This means users can directly access the game through our VA wallet by just clicking on the NFT without need to navigate to any external websites. Yeah, that's our plan for this playable NFT.
Very cool. And David,
Yeah.
you worked on this specific mini game, or love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, it's yeah, I worked on it. Yeah, it's a straightforward kind of puzzle game. It's easy to play, but it has kind of mini levels and difficulty levels. So to change it, there's time mode where you have to finish a mission in a certain time, and also it's in mission mode where you go through different levels, accomplish each level, then you earn scores, you earn points, and in the end, those points can be used in a way, kind of designed a way. So it's a traditional NFT, but I'm glad the team is going to turn that into 6551 NFT, and well, we're going to have fun with it. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm waiting. I'm expecting to see how it's going to play out.
Yeah, and I like it because it's simple, right? Like it's something that most people can engage in. It's not like a extremely complicated game. Now, in that demo, in the playable NFTs, the points that are earned, is the idea is that those points are ERC20 and they're put inside of the TBA of the NFT. Is that the idea?
Yes, like we are planning to do this. But for this version, the one you just played, this video was recorded in like 2021. And in this time the tokenomics designed by Damon. Yeah. This is another like tokenomics like business mode. But we are planning to change it to integrate each NFT with ERC 6551 and like bound like all the points and the badges to the TBA accounts. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. When does the mini game launch?
We didn't launch it yet. Yeah, but we made it. But we didn't launch it.
Okay, so it's like still TBD on the launch date for the mini games. Got it. That's incredible. And as we're kind of nearing the time, love to any other thoughts you'd like to share about TiTiTi and the work that you're doing. I think it's super fascinating to be in kind of an NFT experimental lab because frankly, I think that over the last 7 years of NFTs, we've kind of reached a plateau or stagnation of like innovation on the deeper like token and protocol level. So really amazing that I also think it's great timing that you guys are preparing to launch this in this upcoming wave. So anything else you'd like to add, Damon, Freya, Irene, David, on the TTT company / project?
先生，你要讲他刚刚问的就是笛子，你刚刚有听吗？他问什么问题来的呢？
就是对于整个 NFT 的整个市场，然后包括就是我们的一些看法，我们对 NFT 的趋势这一块儿，然后以及就是我们对 TTT 的一些未来的一些展望，包括就是我们后续想要达到的一些就是目标啊这一块儿。
学生你要不要讲一下，我帮你翻译？
哎，薛成你没有开声音。
OK，我认为IMT 的普通的 PFP 的趋势已经不足以让市场产生那个购买意愿。然后我认为接下来整个也会随着以太坊的坎昆升级，以及 ETF 的通过，会让以太坊的趋势进一步往上升。第二个IMT 的趋势其实是整个 EVM 生态的 IMT 的趋势。我觉着 ERC-651要提供了一个非常好的趋势点，因为我们看到好多 AI 项目在结合6551，然后游戏项目在结合6551去做新的一个趋势点，所以我认为TTT 要就是抓住这次的机会，然后包括推动6551在这一轮的新的趋势当中，让整个6551跟着我们的活动去那个大力的发展，至少通过我们的这种激励的方式，能够让每一个用户都能够持有一个 TBA 账户，这是我们最终想做到的一个事情。
Cool. So I will do a bit translation for Damon. So he just mentioned, so back then we all know that PFP NFT got very famous, like they punks. But now we all know that the market went quiet for quite a while. So PFP might not be enough. We have to put more narratives on it. So he believes so under the narrative of EVM and along with the Kakun upgrade, which is very good for layer 2 and also the other protocols in this ecosystem. Also basically includes ERC 6551 itself, and also with the ETF maybe passed in May. So he believes it will also be really good for the enhancing the whole ecosystem. And he also mentioned we need new narratives on the EVM ecosystem. So the ERC 6551 itself is extremely expensive already and has a lot of advantages in AI, on-chain games, and the on-chain socialization, along with the creator economy and the RWA and lots of stuff. So he believes projects can work on that as well. So he really believed that ERC 6551 can make it big for the whole NFT market, and we just need more users on it. We need more traction. We need the incentive programs like what we just mentioned to attract more users into the whole ecosystem and help building on the ecosystem and to so yeah, that's basically how he just mentioned.
Yeah, and I would actually would double down on that. I think Damon, you brought up some really good points. I think the main one about narrative is key. Over the last several years, NFTs are, they're token assets that you buy, you spend a lot of money on, and you put it in your wallet, but you don't really control the utility, right? Like if it comes down
Yes.
to breeding or battling or playing mini games, usually you have to wait for the companies to deliver that, and sometimes they don't deliver that, right? So I think
Yes.
that narrative is key, where that you guys as a NFT experimentation lab can build these examples of utility, and regardless if you have a Bored Ape or an Azuki or Doodle, you could come and play these games and earn points outside of the permissionlessly without the creators of the project. So I think that's extremely powerful, and we're starting to just see a lot of different projects and companies come into fruition. So I totally agree with that perspective, David.
Yeah. Do you want me to
Yes.
help you translate and deliver it to Damon?
Sure. Yeah.
对，学生他刚刚就表扬你，他说他很赞同你的观点，就是你那个对于这个未来的新的那个叙事，他很赞同。他觉得之前的那些 NFT 的项目就是缺少一些比较实用的utility，然后就是你这个想法就是能够更好的把这些 utility 应用到现在的这些 NFT 的这个东西里面来，就反正就表扬你了一通。
Thank you，英雄所见略同。
Yeah, he
Awesome.
agrees with you. Heroes share the
Perfect.
same insights.
Amazing. So while we're kind of wrapping up, what's the best way for the community to come in contact with you, both from the TTT side and even in David's side? How do people come in contact with you, and any shout outs that you want to give out on the spotlight?
Freya,
So
your
yeah,
time to
Freya,
shout out.
maybe.
Sure.
嗯
就是人家你，然后他说那个，或者是那个薛成，他就说人家怎么能够跟我们取得联系？然后你有没有什么想对我们的 audience 说的？
嗯
意思要不你说？
跟我们取得联系吗？
对。
like all the audience can like connect us like on Twitter from the Twitter, like our Twitter handle is TTT official. Yeah, and I hope we can encourage more users and projects to utilize the ERC 6551 protocol through like various activities and products offered by TTT. And we aim to significantly expand the user base of ERC 551, and we believe in its potential to transform interactions within the Web3 space, and are excited to be at the forefront of this innovation. Yeah.
Incredible. So just to highlight to the community here, the official Twitter is TiTiTi official. That's the handle
Yes.
for your account. Okay, incredible.
Yes.
And how about yourself, David? What's the best way for folks to follow your work and everything that you do? David?
I think I lost you.
Yeah, we lost you, Benny.
Yes.
Oh, did I freeze? Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my question was, David, what's the best way for folks to follow you and your work?
Yeah, kind of update the audience through Twitter account, create a AI, createai.com. So I'm hoping they can, follow us, check on the status, and see what we're doing. And yeah, also I like to thank you for providing this chance, and also see your support. So hopefully we can turn this into a great project, and the team, of course, rely on them to turn this into a great project of 6551.
Mm-hmm. Exciting. Awesome. Well, Irene, Freya, Damon, David, thank you so much for jumping on this call. I know it was really late for you guys, or really early for you guys, so really appreciate it. I know it's hard to kind of think straight at such late time, so really appreciate it. And I think we had an amazing episode, and a lot of folks will be interested in hearing your perspective. So with that being said, thank you so much, and we'll hear from you very shortly.
Thank you, Benny.
Thank you, Benny. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Hope to